Going on, everybody? What is going on? The catch fam. I hope everyone's doing phenomenal, man. Hope you guys have had a great Tuesday. You guys know what time it is, baby. We are hopping into a live 2024 fantasy football mock draft with you guys, of course, with the catch fam. So we're excited as ever to be here. We got a full house. Should be a great mock tonight. Pete's in the house. What's up, dude?
Ooh, not much. Tuesday, what's going on here? I'm not ready for a Tuesday
Hockey.
mock. I'm gonna be all over the place.
It's gonna be a good one, man. Neither of us got the 1.2 tonight, where we've been like at every single draft. So, I guess that's the good news. Other than that, we set the time for 11:05, so we have to stall for.
We gotta fill 2 minutes of dead air over here.
Well, I mean, everyone's here. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do one last. I'll start it a minute early.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess it depends on how many green dots I see at 11:04, because like now Penny Feather's out, but he's in. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. No news. I mean, it's a Tuesday, middle of June. Nothing to go over here, fantasy football wise. But
Brandon Ayuk said he doesn't want to play for the Niners anymore, or they don't want him to play for them. Whatever that whole nonsense.
Yeah, I guess you and I haven't got to talk about that, but
it was kind of.
Why was dumb. He FaceTiming Jaden Daniels? Is my real question.
I don't know, because these guys always are FaceTiming each other. It feels like every time I see a video, somebody's talking to somebody random that I don't know. Maybe they throw together. Maybe they got the same agent. Maybe they work out. I don't know. But it was kind of weird. That was kind of a weird video to release.
So random to me, right? Ayuk to the Commanders would be interesting. We kind of brainstormed like where could
that's a team.
You know, I think I'm just going to start this draft. I still really feel like Ayuk's going to be a Niner next year. But I don't know. I feel like this is heavy smoke.
Probably.
Ayuk trying to get a better contract or spook the Niners. I don't know. There's just literally nothing else to talk about. So it's like, it feels like it's news. And I just feel like it's not really news is kind of my stance on it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Aaron Rodgers going away to an ayahuasca retreat instead of going to minicamp.
That's the rumor, right?
I would assume the rumor is correct.
I'm gonna go. I don't like JJ Amon-Ra right here. I both are fine. Yeah. I'm kind of like I don't feel great about Aaron Rodgers right now.
Feels like he's got a lot of other stuff going on instead of football.
Yeah, if I feel like he doesn't really care. And like, I mean, you really think back to like 2 years ago with the Packers, it's like Rodgers complaining about like not having skill position players around him. And now we kind of look at the Packers wide receivers like Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, even like guys like Luke Musgrave and Tavion Wicks. But Wicks wouldn't have been there. But still, it's like there's some good names here that you would assume Aaron Rodgers should have been able to elevate. Just didn't really feel like he wanted to help elevate those guys. So then now it's like when you're looking at this Jets roster, it's like this is still a roster that's not bad by any means, but it's a roster that probably needs Aaron Rodgers in the room, like because behind Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall,
somehow their wide receiver room got really bad really fast, but it was really good 2 years ago.
I mean, you got Mike Williams is their free agent signing. They draft Malachi Corley. Yeah, I guess there's some upside there. But other than that, you just got Alan Lazard and Tyler Conklin at tight end. So I don't know. I feel like if I'm Aaron Rodgers, like it's probably important that you're in that building soon. But I know it's always tough looking at a player coming off an injury like that. That's the other thing too, is like, wouldn't you want Rodgers to be active as soon as possible? But
yeah, doing something.
Chat, give us your thoughts on the Rodgers sitch. J-Dubs, thank you for gifting a 1-month membership to Emil. Emil says Ayuk will end up being a commander. And him and Jaden Daniels went to Arizona State.
Jesus, that just shows you how old Jaden Daniels is. Oh my
He is old.
god. I forgot how ancient Jaden Daniels is.
He's the next Lamar Jackson, baby. Let's go.
Lamar Jackson was like 12 years old when he went into the NFL. Jaden Daniels might be 50.
Let's go. That's my quarterback, man. Chase, good to have you in the house. Nick, what's up, dude? Albert, good to see everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Who am I drafting next?
I don't know. This is kind of a toxic tier.
I don't remember the last time I got the 1.6. Probably going wide receiver.
Olave.
Chunk getting his guy early. I like that. Give me Chris Olave here. Yeah. I'm starting the Derrick Henry hype train. Don't forget it was me who started it.
Or the Derrick Henry hype train. Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
We both start double wide receiver.
I liked ETN. ETN kind of got sniped. I was going to go ETN, I think.
We got 3 double running back teams, couple double wide receiver teams, and everyone else. RB wide receiver to be expected at this point in the second round. See if Laporta creeps around sooner and Josh Allen creeps around. We'll see. All right, so second round wrapping up. We do see Devon Chain gone at the end of the second. A lot of drafts. He's starting to float into the beginning of the third. But I still think he's, into the second, beginning of the third, not that big of a difference. Mike Evans gone, and third round underway with DJ Moore off the board.
Nobody wants Devontae Adams.
No, poor Adams. Like, it's just one of those players. It's like it actually wasn't even that bad last year. It just never felt like he was actually good. And it's just the quarterback situation, too. It's that whole offense, I don't know, man.
It's everything. It's everything.
It is. I would draft Adams in the third for sure, though. I don't. At this point in the draft, I think he was wide receiver 14 last year. I think I'd take him.
I can't go triple wide receiver here. I don't think.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general. You don't.
I need to run back.
It's Jacob's time. I have no idea who I'm drafting.
Devontae Adams
for fantasy. I might be, dude. I can't. I can't say it, then I'll do it. I mean, it's just in theory, it's a good value.
It's pretty good value. You have to take him.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Triple wide receiver. Let's go.
It's not too bad. There's no good running backs in that tier anyway. I was looking.
I mean, I will take the top.
Yeah.
I would take those guys at this point in the third. I don't care.
You can't complain about that.
But yeah, let's go triple wide receiver to see what happens. Me and J-Dubs on the 3 wide receiver train. Nick says, hit the like button. Tommy in the house. What's up, bro? Chilling, listening from work. Thanks for hopping in here. IQ Talent. What's up, my dude? Just hope he's healthy. Which player? Jaden Daniels? Who else were we talking about? Aaron Rodgers?
Probably Rodgers.
Either could be hurt at this point.
Jaden Daniels, oh my God. Week 1, when the week 1 highlights come out and he gets just absolutely smoked by a linebacker screaming across the field.
That's my quarterback, baby.
It's not gonna feel good.
Tommy, wanting Sunday mocks back. I know this past Sunday I went Underdog. My bad. We'll do one this coming Sunday, just for you, Tommy. Have you done any puppy twos yet? I did one earlier. I have a video coming out tomorrow, and that is my video. I drafted a puppy 2. J-Dub says he's done 2 so far. Tourney's pretty flat. I felt like the lobby I was in was really good. Like, I only had one thing not go right for me the whole draft, so I felt pretty good. Dom, what's up, my dude? Hello. All right, so third round wrapping up here. We've got one tight end gone in Laporta. Now one quarterback gone in Jalen Hurts. Now our second tight end kicks off the fourth round with Travis Kelce. There goes Pacheco, my boy. Rashad White is gone too. You guys just know what running backs I like, but also both perfectly fine values, going at the 3, 8, and 4, 2, respectively. And I don't know. I'm probably going running back with my next pick.
You kind of have
I
to.
might just go in at wide receiver at this point, see what happens. Deploy the strat, do it for the knowledge for you guys. All right, our top available players: Josh Allen, Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud, Devonta Smith. That's my guy. There goes Trey McBride. So far, just tight ends and running backs gone this round. Thank you, Chase, for taking Devonta Smith, because I was thinking about it. I'll take James Cook here. I mean, I like Cook a lot right there. So, but I thought about going with another wide receiver. But Cook's my guy. Dom, it's nice to see Puka's value so high because my keeper, but with Cup still there, it's kind of interesting. Puka's still a first rounder. Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at the ceiling last year, like the first 5 weeks of the season, he had 20 or more fantasy points with a ceiling of 31 points. Like I got that. That's without Cup, but and it did kind of start to get a little bit up and down, once Cup was back. But I just think the recency bias there is just so strong, and it's just so hard to count Puka Nacua out.
Cup trash. He washed.
Yeah,
washed.
Cup, when you look at the last couple weeks of the season, they were both balling out. Weeks 14 through 18. Actually, really, yeah, weeks 13 through 18. They both had double digits every single week, except Cup didn't play week 18. So I don't know. And I like DeMarcus Robinson too. I like the Rams offense next year.
I feel like Cup's hamstring's never going to be okay again. It's never going to be okay.
But that's kind of the benefit of having Puka there is like
does help. Definitely helps.
It doesn't have to be 100%, right? He can kind of slide back to the wide receiver too, which is scary to think about, at least in the red zone, right?
That's
big question for them is who plays tight end, because it ain't gonna be Tyler Higbee. I guess it's Cody Parkinson. I don't even know his last name. Terry, rate this trade. I traded away CMC to acquire St. Brown and Kyron. I mean, it really depends on the whole roster. I probably would still prefer, in half PPR, I probably still prefer CMC. I mean, I just don't know if going in the season anyone's in the same tier as CMC at any position. I like St. Brown a lot too. I'm like massive Amon-Ra St. Brown stan. And I think Kyron's fine. But I don't know, man.
You guys already drafted your redraft? That's crazy.
Yeah, there are leagues
so early.
Drafted.
I'd be so worried. Oh my god, training camp. Somebody's tearing an ACL. I'd be petrified.
I would be scared too. But yeah, I don't. Chat, what do you guys think? Would you rather CMC or St. Brown and Kyron? It's half PPR redraft.
I would need a better running back than Kyron.
Yeah, more consistency maybe.
Yeah.
At least in terms of health. Like when Kyron played last year, obviously he was consistent, but
I'd like Amon-Ra and Brees or Amon-Ra and Gibbs, even though you don't necessarily want the double lion stack.
Yeah, that would definitely be worth it, I think. I mean, you're getting like two top 12 guys for, like, that's fair,
Like clear number, like CMC is probably clear going to be number one. Like he's probably going to
now
score.
It depends on how much it improves your roster overall, I guess. But looking at pure value, I'd probably go CMC still. Yeah, like Jacobs to St. Brown and Kyron, depending on the roster. Amon-Ra is so consistent. Yeah. It's just tough because
you're getting a touchdown every week from CMC, it feels like.
I know. It's just tough. I probably still lean CMC. Okay. I went DeAndre Swift a little early.
Because you couldn't go Christian. Oh, you could have went Christian Kirk, but you already have 3 wide receivers. Tisk,
I almost went Kirk. I almost went Cooper too. But I wanted to fill the position. I don't know. I'm pumped. I feel ready for this. I've been doing so many underdog drafts lately. So I feel good here no matter what. Tommy says RIP Willie Mays. Shout out Willie Mays. It's 93.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Can't complain.
It's good life right there, man. I'm going to go Rashee Rice here.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
I really wanted Hollywood. Kuda reaching for that Chiefs offense tonight. Gets Pacheco at the 4-2, Hollywood at the 6-2, both against ADP. I like that a lot. But those are both guys I was eyeing in those respective rounds.
Rashee Rice, perfect wide receiver room he's in now.
Yeah, I feel like as this offseason progresses, the Chiefs offense is going to keep moving up on draft boards. All right, post-team C roster is Mahomes, St. Brown, Olave, Kyron, Jacobs, and Joku Cup. Bench is Corum, Stevenson, Reed, Ford, Sutton, Doodle, Mitchell. I mean, it's a good roster. And so, yeah, I mean, beforehand, you don't have St. Brown, so you'd be lining up Olave and Cup with Reed, or you'd be lining up, yeah. Then you'd have Reed and Sutton on the bench. So you did fill a positional need for sure. And now your upside kind of comes from wide receiver and running backs like fine. Kyron, Jacobs, Stevenson, Corum's good. The fact that you have Corum actually makes me like the trade more
because you cover your Kyron.
You lock up that backfield, so it's an okay trade. Yeah, you just like I tell you guys all the time throughout the season, like if you trade a player like CMC, like just don't be mad. Like when you're watching CMC the whole season, like
just cook. Cook.
You trade Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Breece Hall, like but you still got a good first round value in Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I think Amon-Ra St. Brown has the capacity to finish as a wide receiver 1 this year. So I like this trade more seeing your full roster, but it's just tough when you like evaluate like CMC is the most valuable player and half PPR is the big thing here too. This is full PPR.
You be feeling
maybe I feel slightly different, but all right. I got to figure out who I'm drafting.
It's just gonna hurt your soul watching CMC put up a 30-piece on you in week 7.
I know. What was that game against the Cardinals last year?
Oh God!
They have 4 touchdowns.
Don't ever play CMC against the Cardinals. I think he had 7 touchdowns in 2 games against them.
It's ridiculous, dude. All right, give me Deontay. Going in at receivers tonight. My running backs will be healthy all season long. Let's see. Gosh, week 4, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. 71 receiving yards, 106 yards on the ground. Off of 28 touches. Not too shabby.
Pain. Oh my God. I think that was the week after the Cardinals beat the Cowboys too. So it was like super predictable that was going to happen.
It was. Kyron put up crazy numbers despite missing a ton of games. This is true. And like I said, like you having Corum makes me like the trade more for sure.
I think that's the problem. I think Kyron's numbers go down with Corum back, but you're protecting yourself. Corum is going to get those red zone touches.
It's just that this time of year, Kyron's like the first player who's like popped up, like who was like first round caliber, end of the first round caliber, who's popped up with an injury. Like With the foot injuries, missed some time at OTAs, and it's like when other players aren't getting hurt, especially in that same tier, and we're in like the most boring like month of fantasy football speculation, that gives you something to speculate about. And people have been panicking about Kyron Williams, but I'm not too worried personally about the injury stuff at this point in the offseason. But he does have injury history, and it is important to note. I'm thinking of putting Laporta and Kincaid on the trade block in our dynasty. One might have to go. Need a wide receiver quarterback. Dude, I wouldn't do it. The fact that you got Laporta and Kincaid in last year's startup draft is still insane to me. But yeah, your team is a little thin at those two positions, so you should get good value back, but just don't settle. Like, I mean, you might have the tight end 1 and 2, tight end 1 and 3 in dynasty right now. Like, what is Kelsey still above Kincaid, maybe? And then, like, I don't know, some people might argue McBride.
Hold Kincaid. Kincaid's value is going to go up. You can
Yeah.
flip him for a lot more if he has a good quick start, because you don't need Kincaid, obviously.
Yeah, I just it's just, I mean, you're gonna get good value out of those guys for sure, Tommy. So, and like at the same time, like, just you have plenty of time. It's like you've seen how quiet the dynasty leagues have become since the rookie draft. Like, you have plenty of time. Just don't rush to trade either of these guys. And my bad, Tommy. I always forget that you traded for Kincaid. But the fact that you had both of them on your roster going into the season is like still just crazy to me in a good way. All right, I'm just gonna draft Javonte Williams.
Damn it!
Sorry, bro. I've been sniping you tonight, dude.
Ah, man.
The 1-6, one of those spots where you just end up sniping people by accident.
For real.
Thoughts on Cup and Dynasty? I mean, like, listen, most Dynasty leagues are play 3 wide receiver, 2 flexes, full PPR. So there's still plenty of value here, just like there's plenty of value with any like high caliber wide receivers, even if, the leash is shorter, so to speak. But like, yeah, if you're win now, you feel better about having Cup. If you're just competing, you feel good about having Cup. If you're kind of in a rebuild, you want to target teams that are kind of more win now and see what you can get for Cup, I think. But also depends on your wide receiver depth, like, and how deep into a potential rebuild are you, right? So it just depends. But once again, I think for the time being, I like the Rams offense. I think Cup will be fine. He's lost value over the last year or so for sure, and especially with Puka being there, he's lost value. But he's fine. It just really depends on what your situation in Dynasty is. Dom, the caliber of players in the first 2 rounds has continued to drop the past 2 years. I really like the first, like, 16, 17 players off the board this year. I think it's actually a really solid, like, first round and a half, and I'm starting to really warm up to the end of the second, beginning of the third, just trying to identify which specific players I like best. But I do agree, like, last year, if you look back, actually, especially the second round was pretty rough last year. So but I think this year it actually looks pretty okay. We'll see. Who do I want to draft? I gotta go running back again. I really have no problem like reaching for Jerome Ford. I don't have a problem with Austin Eckler there either. Blake Corum's fine, but it's gonna be Jerome Ford, which interests me. Goes right after Nick Chubb. St. Brown's gonna ball this year. What's up, Smokey? Yeah, I mean, he balled out last year. Like,
I don't know. We got a new contract. I don't know.
He's fine.
I've seen wide receivers implode before.
But really, if there's like one player who I feel like would not implode, it's Amon-Ra. Like, this dude is like so serious about football. Do we think the Lions offense gets better than last year, or is about the same, or it gets worse?
It's probably a little worse.
Yeah, it has to be natural regression, right?
They play a better schedule First place schedule.
That's fair.
You're playing better teams.
Fair.
And people are taking you seriously now. No more, oh, it's the Lions.
That's true. And I believe in Jameson Williams, but not everyone does. But I will say, like, Jameson Williams, 6 games, his rookie season, 12 games. Last year, obviously not all the reasoning was injury, but be able, he'll should in theory be able to try and sustain a full season this year, see how that works out. And then the big thing there is, like, I know Jahmyr Gibbs catches the ball, and actually, like, don't sleep on David Montgomery. Like, he has every now and then does things when he catches the football, although he only had 16 receptions last year, compared to Gibbs's 52. And I know Sam Laporta catches the football too, but the wide receiver depth on this team is very scary. Like, it's not good. Like, you're looking at Khalif Raymond as your wide receiver 3. And I know the Lions don't give up any draft capital, but they would be a really interesting team to see get in the mix for, like, one of these wide receivers whose names that we keep talking about in the offseason. But
just go all in. They don't want to go all in. Go all in, Detroit.
You might as well, right?
Your window is not as big as you think it is. It
Especially
never is.
like, I think that division is always competitive too. I mean, I know Packers have kind of been up there for quite some time, but, like, I still think Minnesota, you got a great head coach. There's still obviously big playmakers on that team. And the Bears have a really, really interesting young roster as well. Their head coach probably has a very short leash, but there's competition in that division for sure. And the NFC is, like, it's not incredibly strong, but I mean they've locked up a couple key pieces, but a lot of money spent this offseason. We'll see. All right. Every player I was hoping would fall got drafted.
Same. I love the, some goofy double tight end and quarterback stacks going right there.
Yeah. McLovin.
There's no reason to draft Dak Prescott if you have Kyler Murray.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes you look at a player like that, he's missed time, and
it's just I mean, yeah, that's like a Tua or a Goff.
Yeah.
It's like a Goff. And then Ingram and Njoku from Chase. I think Chase got stuck on auto pick though for the Njoku pick.
Well, these things happen, good to prepare for it, I guess. Oh God, I'm gonna run out of time. Just give me Dallas Goedert. I was gonna run out of time. Just a weird tier. Like, I don't really need to draft a wide receiver right now. I feel like waiting at quarterback. So there's no one at running back that I wanted to draft. Oh well, I'll go Dallas Goedert as my tight end tonight.
Well, you're gonna pay for that pick.
Oh no.
Because I was gonna take Dallas Goedert, so you're gonna pay.
My bad.
You're gonna pay for that.
I just I don't know, man. I
You're sniping me left and right.
Well, I know that, but I just don't feel great about Brock Bowers.
Yeah, nobody does. I don't blame you. Nobody feels great about Devontae Adams. Nobody feels great about.
I like Zamir White where he's being drafted.
He doesn't have to. You don't have to throw him the football. You just turn and give it to him.
He averaged like 23 touches in games he started last year. That's right, Tommy. Traded Garrett Wilson for Pittman and Kincaid. Still a good trade, as much as I like Garrett Wilson. At the time, it was like, whoa, because we were going into last year thinking Garrett Wilson was going to have that monster year, but not really his fault. He didn't. Also, 3 top 10 to 15 running backs in Bijan, Kenneth, and Jacobs. Need wide receiver upgrade. Yeah. Throw me a trade. Maybe I'll trade with you. I do need a running back in that league, so.
Oh, yeah, this is where you're paying.
Jerome Ford could be a steal. I definitely agree. All right. Hold on. What's up, Giovanni? Quick question. I never comment. Okay, I don't see a question though. Let us know if you have a question. Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay. Let me work through here and we'll get to it. We're going double tight end. Gonna be Dalton Schultz. You're driving at the 112 full PPR. Are you taking Gibbs / Barkley or Puka / MH Jr.? Ask Smokey. I mean, generally, I'm probably going running back then wide receiver. So I guess like Gibbs and Puka. Well, no, you won't. Oh, yeah, it'd have to be Gibbs / MH Jr. or Puka. Then I'd probably go Puka then Barkley would be the combo I like the best. But I don't mind if you want to go double hero running back and go Gibbs and Barkley. I'll still take that all day long. He's got to hit on the right guys the next couple rounds. Most of the time I'm going to go RB wide receiver RB as opposed to RB wide receiver though. Unless it's like best ball. Shane, good to see you, bro. Have you seen the new Hard Knock schedule? It seems fun. Yeah, they're doing every division in the AFC. What is that? The AFC North?
Yeah, mid-season. It's only mid-season.
Oh, mid-season. That's right.
But
the
it
Bears
shows
are on.
up. Yeah, the Bears are training camp.
Of course they are. That'll be out soon, August.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the end season thing looks fun because all those teams like absolutely hate each other. So
there's a lot of personalities on those teams too.
Sure. I miss the old days of Hard Knocks though. And jokey wasn't meant to happen. It's okay, Chase. Okay. Do you feel great about taking Hall over Gibbs in a keeper league, which requires to keep one player? Yeah, I mean, I probably still put Hall over Gibbs. I like both a lot. So, it just depends. I guess how you feel. I mean, in theory, the Lions' offense probably better than the Jets, but I think most people probably still have Breece Hall. Breece Hall was RB2 in fantasy last year behind C-Mac, but 76 receptions off 95 targets. And I don't like, we just talked about this earlier. The Jets wide receiver room is like nothing behind Garrett Wilson. So even if Rodgers is healthy, I don't think that'll change. And generally, with the injury he's recovering from, like it's the second year in recovery from it that in theory you get a lot of like your burst back and speed. And last year was his first year back. So we will see. But yeah, I probably go Hall. And I think the other thing is too, say what you want, but David Montgomery's still going to get plenty of touches in that offense. Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Kirk Cousins. Give me Jared Goff.
Yeah, I made you do that.
It's just like, oh, you went Williams and
I
Purdy.
Yep. I was like, nope, you get nobody, and you'll like it. Sorry to cost me a tight end. Since you went Goddard Schultz.
Yeah, this could be. I don't know.
The Njoku auto pick just ruined my whole draft. Blame me, Chase.
Which in the ruining my draft. Yeah, Giovanni, I probably go Hall. Chat, who do you guys like better? Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs. Johnny Tag Laporte is interested. St. Brown for Laporte, no way. Emil John doesn't make trades. And Emil, in the league that I'm in with you, where you're trying to trade with me, that's my no trade league. That's my keep all my draft picks. My team's young, keep all my core guys. So that one's a little bit tougher. Where I do make more trades in dynasties, like during a rookie draft. But Chase, what was our trade? I don't even remember. Was it? It was during the draft, right? I like Gibbs, but I feel like it's Hall's backfield exactly. Yeah, it's still close, but I probably have C-Mac, then like Hall, Bijan, Gibbs at the end of the tier. It's very close. I think all those guys have great seasons though. Last year in June League, I had Josh Allen, Chase, Lamb, Gibbs, Bijan, Kincaid, and Brees in the flex, and still couldn't take the league. 5 first rounders this year. Wow.
Oh, I'll be RB.
Shane likes Hall. Time to throw in Khalil Herbert. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, give me DeMarcus Robinson. All right. Who do you guys like best out of that tier? Single quarterback redraft. Goff, Herbert, Cousins, Stafford, Lawrence, Rodgers, Mayfield. The thing is, like, let's say you draft Jared Goff, and although we've seen a couple quarterbacks go here in the 13th round, you're still going to be able to turn around on the waiver wire and grab another quarterback that you like. So probably at least, or maybe there's a sleeper that steps up on the season. You never know. All right, let me know if you guys want a team review, and we'll go from there. Oh, that's right, Chase. That second round pick for Musgrave is 100% worth it. Shane, I tried for Amon-Ra. I think I tried Smith Addison a second. Yeah, if for me to trade Amon-Ra in Dynasty, you'd have to send me a trade that would ruin your team, probably. That's right, Chase. You had a nice little tight end room. It was a good trade for both of us, I think. Hello, Andrea. Good to see you. All right, team reviews. What's up, Penny Feather? We got Burrow. You're good there. I'm fine with Burrow. Bowers unlikely. Fine, I guess. If Bowers, it's fine. I don't know. I don't feel great about Bowers, but A-Chain, Walker, Pollard, Spears. See, like, I'd rather just take, I don't know. I prefer one more running back on this team, but you lock up Tennessee's backfield. I was gonna say I prefer going another running back over likely, but there's really no one there. Like, and then I also don't feel great about Bowers, so going likely there is tight end 2 is fine. Let's see. Lamb, Diggs, Higgins, Reed, Shakir, Cooks. I like the wide receiver room for sure. So we're starting Burrow and Bowers. A-Chain, Walker, Lamb, Diggs, Higgins, Reed in the flex. It's a good starting lineup for sure. Especially if Bowers is solid. I like Bowers. I don't like the situation. You guys understand. Pollard and Spears on the bench is nice. Shakir and Cooks, I think, are good bench pieces. And then you got Likely, but he's still behind Andrews. And don't forget, like, Likely's had flashes, but he hasn't been like phenomenal when Mark Andrews has been out. So, but yeah, team looks pretty good, man. Waivers, trades, you'd be fine. Chase Brown, what's up, Swole Chase? All right, double quarterback, double tight end. We got Tua and T-Law. They both start with T and both have green jerseys. If we're going late round quarterback, I'm fine with that QB room. Ingram and Njoku. You meant to go wide receiver over Njoku, but let's see how it made your team turn out. Kyron, Rashad White, Monty, Chase Brown. You have to draft Chase Brown. This is a rule in any league you're in. I'm Ross Smith, Kirk, JSN, Dotson. Not bad. And like you said, you'd probably have one more wide receiver if you didn't get your auto pickup in Njoku. So, I mean, team looks fine. You're starting Tua, Ingram, or maybe T-Law and Ingram for the stack. And you got Kirk. Starting Kyron and White, Amon-Ra, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk. Then in the flex, I mean, you got Monty, JSN, Chase Brown, Dotson, and Njoku. You got options. I like this team a lot, Chase. For redraft single quarterback, I think you're going into the season like perfectly fine. Options in the flex, good core guys, depth. It's a nice team, Chase, even with the auto pick. So I'd feel pretty good. All right, Andrea, how are you doing? You got Stroud at the 7.1, pretty good value. Andrews at tight end, should be good there. C-Mac and Najee Harris, Brian Robinson, Marshawn Lloyd. That is one thing that can happen, especially if you go tight end, quarterback in those like first 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds. Sometimes RB2 gets a little sketchy at the 1-1. Wide receiver Evans, DJ Moore, Tank Dell, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, Xavier Leggett, and Troy Franklin. Pretty solid. Starting Stroud and Mandrews, C-Mac, and I might start Brian Robinson Jr. at RB2, but Najee Harris is fine. Marshawn Lloyd's a good like handcuff piece. That's just the thing here is like Steelers backfield, you still got Warren. Commanders, I like Brian Robinson, but you still got Eckler, and then Marshawn Lloyd's obviously behind Jacobs, and I guess AJ Dillon is on that team. But yeah, so Stroud, Andrews, C-Mac, whatever RB2, Evans, DJ Moore, Dell, Sutton. I like that. I think Myers, Xavier Leggett, Troy Franklin, fine on the bench. Could be droppable, tradable, waiver wire, whatever. But yeah, wide receivers look good. Tight end, quarterback's good. You got C-Mac, which sometimes can outweigh that RB2 issue. And you have some options at RB2. So good enough. All right, J-Dubs at the 1-3. Lamar and Pitts. I'll take it. Lots of upside. Can't complain. So kind of went like heavy wide receiver, early quarterback, early tight end, 0 RB. So your running backs are White, Jalen Warren, Gus the Bus, Kendre Miller, Chuba Hubbard, Ray Davis. It's just funny because we do a lot of best ball drafts together, and I know some of these guys are your guys, so I'm not going to like beat you up. Like you like Kendre Miller, you like Ray Davis, and you drafted a lot of those guys. So we'll come back to that. Wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Nico Collins, Debo, Zay Flowers, and Judy. I don't know, man. I've played fantasy with you. You always seem to have a lot of you guys have played with. It's like you guys know how to win fantasy games. So let's see. I mean, you're starting Lamar and Pitts. White and Gus the Bus is probably who I'd start there. Then Hill, Collins, Debo, Flowers. So your core roster is fine. You just don't have a lot of upside at running back, but you have 2 RB1s in Zamir White and Gus Edwards. I kind of prefer Jalen Warren over Najee Harris just based off ADP. And the other 3 guys are just like handcuff shots in the dark. And I guess Judy, I don't mind Judy in the 13th. So it's fine. You just know what you have at RB2. Everything else looks good, though. Or excuse me, RB1 and RB2. So Shane actually was CD Hertz and Deontay for Amon-Ra, Kyron, and Herbert. Now that trade retrospectively would be interesting. I tried, but yeah, when I have a player like that involved in Dynasty, it's hard for me to. That's a pretty decent trade. All right, Pete, what you do tonight, man? We went late round quarterback, late round
weird.
You were hyped to have the 1.4 too.
It did not. The board did not fall well.
Let's see. We got Caleb and Brock Purdy. I think that's fine. I honestly, in single quarterback, if I just have Purdy here, I'm okay with it. But I don't mind going double there either. Musgrave and Otten, fine. Once again, I'm okay with just Musgrave, but I also understand getting 2 guys there. Jacobs, Mixon, Mostert, Benson. I don't think it's too bad. I like Mostert in the 7th. So this kind of part of this depends on your own like way you view some of these players. Chase, Ayuk, Keenan Allen, Addison, Roma Dunze. Hey, I mean you got some Bears stack action going on here. So Caleb, Keenan, and Adunze. I think this team's fine.
One
Yeah,
of those Bear wide receivers is going to work. That's the
one of them,
philosophy.
sure.
One of them will have to work.
I like your. I mean, Chase, Ayuk, Jacobs, Mixon, Keenan, Addison, Mostert. I think it's a pretty decent draft, dude.
I'm very top heavy. Very
Yeah,
top heavy.
you're starting Purdy and Musgrave. At least that's what I'd do. And then Jacobs, Mixon, Chase, Ayuk, Keenan Allen, Jordan Addison, Mostert, Adunze, Benson, Caleb, and Otten on the bench. Yeah, I think it's a good team, actually. I agree, Andrew. I think especially like single quarterback, going in the season, I'd be fine with this team as things stand today. Waivers, all that good stuff, you'd figure this out. All right, let's roast my squad.
Yeah.
Tonight was a little bit of a weird draft for me too. We went 3 wide receivers, reached on Swift, and I aggressively went after 2 other wide receivers, and I went double tight end, and I drafted Jared Goff. So, but yeah, like I mentioned earlier, that tier of quarterback, it's like Goff, Stafford, Lawrence, Cousins. There's some other names. It's like you can probably pick someone up off the waiver first couple weeks. You just don't have upside at quarterback, but you just hope to get consistency. Like I could have gone Tua over Schultz, maybe would have made more sense, and then just rocked with Goddard. But it is what it is. All right, so I'm starting Goff and then Goddard or Schultz at tight end. Then I got Cook, Swift, Javante, Jerome Ford at running back. I'm starting probably Cook and Swift. I got JJ Olave, Adams, Rasheed Rice, Deontay Johnson, and Demarcus Robinson at wide receiver. So I'm starting JJ Olave, Adams, and Deontay Johnson. Then Rasheed Rice is back. He can fill in at the flex too. And then Demarcus Robinson is my guy that I like on the bench, late round guy. So this team's fine. Quarterback's kind of weird. Tight end's kind of weird. But yeah, I'm good at this team.
Wide receivers got crazy high upside.
Yeah, I mean JJ Olave, Adams, Deontay feels really good. Then having Rasheed Rice come down whenever he's back, and then I like Cook and Swift. Like both those guys are going to catch passes. Javante and Ford, I think, are good like bench options where we had to draft them. Good enough tight ends, good enough quarterback, and I'm in on Demarcus Robinson. So Jacobs is not bad. Tight end doesn't have the most upside in terms of Pete's team. Musgrave is the truth. Draft of the night, I'm going with Swole Chase. I like Chase's team a lot, dude. I can't pick my team or Pete's team. I think Pete had a good draft tonight, though. But I think there's a lot of good. Most of the teams we went over, I felt pretty good about. I did also like Penny Feather's team. I think that starting lineup, if you believe in Bowers, then Burrow, Bowers, A-Chain Walker, Lamb, Diggs, Higgins, Reed feels really nice. But yeah, Chase, Tua or T-Law, Ingram or Njoku.
Chase drafted like every person we've
he sniped us, bro.
we
Oh, you
did a
mean
video
everyone
on,
who's been in
all these
like one of our
guys on
videos?
being
Yeah, yeah.
sleeper. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, like White, Devontae Smith, Kirk, Monty,
Yeah,
Dotson. We talked about Washington. Like,
yeah.
just laughing at that. So
That
yeah,
is-
we really like that team.
yeah. It's a good squad. I mean, you got Amon Ross, Smith, Kirk, JSN, Kyron, and White. You could throw Monty over JSN. Good late round picks. Yeah, I like this team. Jadip says don't sleep on the 0 running
That's the
back.
squad.
I do like. I mean, dude, if Zamir and Gus the bus hit, this team is very solid. But you're also in a position where like your wide receivers have to stay healthy because you have to draft all these additional running backs. You know what I mean? Where most other teams could come out like 4, maybe 5 running backs. You can't really. You have to go in on a couple long shots and draft 6, which limits you to 5 wide receivers. So that might be my only note. Like
Yeah,
I
like if
understand.
Tyreek and Debo pick up their
Yeah,
usual, they get nicked up.
but I understand the strat. You know what you're getting here. So, but yeah, good drafting tonight, everybody.
He thinks he's playing Madden over here. with Lamar, Debo, and Tyreek. Like we're gonna run like triple option with those three.
That would be fun. And then Madden, you don't have to have a great running back, but it does help.
No,
All
you
right, guys.
don't. That's fun though. Be a fun
Playing with
game.
Derrick Henry's fun in Madden. I'll tell you that much. All right, guys, hit the like on the way out. Links are down below. Make sure you guys are on the Discord. If you're not, most of you probably are. That's where you guys will get the invites for mock drafts, as well as updates on the channel, updates on content coming out, all that good stuff. So appreciate you guys hanging out tonight, talking fantasy. We will be back throughout the week, and we have plenty of content coming out all week long as well. So appreciate you guys. And great drafting. Pete, I'll let you sign off, and then we'll be done.
All right. Yep. Just check out the channel. We got content coming out daily now, as you guys know. Blind ranking videos. Everybody's shorts, I should say. Everybody seems to like. John said you got a video coming out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Streams throughout the weekend. Again, always a pleasure.
Perfect. All right, man. Love you guys. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. We'll talk to you guys soon. Everyone be safe. Have a great night. With that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch. And